वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय कोटिसूर्यसमप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव शुभकार्येषु सर्वदा श्रीवक्रतुण्ड महाकाय कोटिसूर्यसमप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव शुभकार्येषु सर्वदा श्रीवक्रतुण्ड महाकाय.
School for the Ancient Indian Civilization and Swami Vivekananda exhibition. My involvement in the exhibition started about 3 to 4 months ago, and it's been ongoing ever since. So attending weekly meetings, helping with the planning, with decorations, with getting people to take part in the play, and today I'm also a guide at the exhibition for the Swami Vivekananda part. And for me, it's been quite challenging over the last day and a half or so, trying to be really enthusiastic, talking to people that I've never met before, trying to explain Swamiji's life to them in a nutshell. When he's achieved so much in his lifetime, it's hard to summarize it in a short space of time.
We must not forget that this exhibition is not only just about Vivekananda, but it's also about ancient Indian civilization and its contribution. So as a guide, I was a guide for both sections, but mainly on the ancient Indian civilization exhibition, and it really opens your eyes to the sort of level of thought and level of sort of activities going on in India at that time, and you always wonder how they managed to find all these facts and everything about life with limited instruments, limited sort of technology they have today, and how they used the idea of looking for knowledge within yourself rather than externally to find answers, and that's something which really struck me from this exhibition.
Ancient Indian civilization, what does it convey to us? A civilization that has been in existence for over 5,000 years. A civilization in which people have devoted their life to the service of Mother Bharat Mata. People have always been selfless, devoted, convincing, carrying message for the good of humanity.
Doing something like this, I guess the more people that we get in here, we can kind of help to spread the message that, you know, it's not about the individual castes and individual religions, and we should stop focusing on the smaller, minute details that make us different and try and focus on the things that make us the same, so that we can all kind of move together and progress, I guess, as one race kind of thing, and have the whole world as one family kind of thing, and all move together, because I mean, there's limited resources in the world, there's limited time that we all have on the earth, etc. So the more that we can achieve and the more that we can leave for future generations, the better we'll all be.
The exhibition was attended by more than 1,000 people. The visitors to this exhibition included people from all walks of life and prominent dignitaries like Gavin Barwell, MP for Croydon Central, Councillor Yvette Hopley, the Mayoress of London Borough of Croydon, Councillor Vidhi Mohan, and Baroness Usha Prashar as the chief guests at the closing ceremony.
And I'm very pleased that such an event has been made of Swami Vivekananda's birth anniversary, because this is the second event that I'm speaking at. I spoke at the Nerve Centre some months ago, because I have always been an admirer of Swami Vivekananda. Particularly his concept of practical Vedanta. As we saw in the video, our world is very materialistic. we are becoming a consumerist society, a world where there is a great deal of disparity, there is suffering, there is conflict, and of course poverty persists. And I think this anniversary is an opportunity to remind ourselves of Swamiji's legacy and how his teachings and philosophy is of relevance even today.
The interactive exhibition included an activity trail for children and young people. Sample Vivekananda's monk-style costumes were used for storytelling and play acting sessions. A group of young people enacted a drama depicting some of the stories about Vivekananda.
Oh Lord, I know who you are, an ancient soul, the saint who will rise up to the challenge of cleansing this land. You are the other face of Narayana himself.
Yoga and Ayurvedic medicine workshops were conducted by practitioners. The visitors talked about the benefits of yoga practice in their daily lives.
Find something in Shiva, you can find so many mobiles and so many treatments that Shiva runs.
Dance is an intrinsic part of India's glory. Since the time of the Indus Valley Civilisation, it has been recognised as a well-developed art. To celebrate this glory, dance workshops were organised to give people a taster session of this glorious past. We asked the visitors for their thoughts on the exhibition.
This exhibition has been very successful for me and I think my family, because we've gone round, I don't know very much about Vivekananda Swami, but I think I've learned a lot, and there are a lot of sort of scripts and a lot of things which I can take and I can actually use that on a day-to-day life.
To me personally, I've read a lot about his life, but we can read a lot, but what can we do? What do we imbibe some qualities from his life in our lives as well?
Swami Vivekananda, the illustrious and noble son of Bharat Mata, mesmerized the West by going to the World Religious Conference in Chicago in 1893.
I am proud to belong to a religion which has taught the world both tolerance and universal acceptance. We believe not only in universal toleration, but we accept all religions as true. I am proud to belong to a nation which has sheltered the persecuted and the refugees of all religions and all nations of the earth. I am proud to tell you that we have gathered in our bosom the purest remnant of the Israelites who came to southern India and took refuge with us in the very year in which their holy temple was shattered to pieces by Roman tyranny.
His message has been that you need food for the hungry. You need to educate those that have got bellies which are full, but minds which are empty. And what is education? It's not just the reading and writing. It is the social, the cultural, and the moral values across the whole community.
Three things which have really inspired me about Swami Vivekananda. One is his message of fearlessness. Face the challenges and way of life without fear. Naturally, we all have some fears in life, but that boldness, that the character development he has given us, I think that has given me a great inspiration to face whatever challenges come in our lives as well. Second thing is his concept of womanhood. He revered women as goddesses. He was a great inspiration to Sister Nivedita. He actually inspired Sister Nivedita to serve the needy, and if you've read the life of Sister Nivedita, she actually served the poor, and I think that also has helped me become a little humble in life because we take so many things for granted as well. The third thing that has inspired me is his essence of youths and actually character building as well.
Some of the messages which I'll take away from Vivekananda is really, one, his message of fearlessness. Like in that time, India was ruled by the British, and it was ruled, and people were ashamed to call themselves Hindu. and ashamed of their culture. But he was always talking about being bold, being strong, being fearless. Face your fears, face your obstacles straight on. Secondly, he always talked about this idea of man making, so this holistic development of a man. So he never said, oh, just become an intellectual, become a yogic, become a spiritualist. He was a very practical man. He had this idea of how do we develop a youngster, how do we develop someone so he becomes a man. And he strongly believed in character development. He said character development is the most important thing, having a strong willpower, having a strong physique, having a strong mental power. He said without a strong body, you weren't able to carry out the work. Having a strong mental power, discipline, concentration, yoga. He had all these sort of qualities which he wanted to imbibe in youngsters.
50% of the population today is women, and it is the woman who serves or nurtures society. They say that if you educate one woman, you can actually educate a whole village and a whole society as well. So if we empower women through the message of Swami Vivekananda, and his message is very clear, that revere women as goddesses, and it is the women who will give the values to society. If you educate a woman, she will give sanskars, good values to her family. That family will then give good values to society. That society will give good values to the town that they live in or village that they live in, and that will inspire the nation as well. And I think if we can try and embrace this message of Swami Vivekananda, empower women to serve the needy and good and have the value of dharma, I think that will go a long way.
Because Swamiji's message in life was applicable then and is applicable now, and I think will be applicable in the future to the youth, to the well-meaning people who, if they receive his message without the connotation of Hinduism behind it, it will still apply universally.
I think this is a great achievement as far as Croydon is concerned in celebrating this event today of hosting the program. I hope it inspires others as well to, one, learn about his way of life and imbibe certain qualities of his way of life, because his message is as relevant today as it was then as well.
Swami Vivekananda's message, even from a child, you can take his stories from his childhood and relate them to yourself as a child, and even now at university, his message on education and particularly to the youth is something that has inspired me.
This has been a fantastic opportunity for Croydon. Helping with the organisation of the Swami Vivekananda exhibition has been a momentous task. It has taken over 6 months of planning, and it's been a great opportunity for us to contact different organisations within Croydon.
This exhibition has actually showed them that there is rich cultural, spiritual background within India, which goes back for years and years and years and years, and how it's actually influencing the day-to-day life now.
If we can aim, as a result of this exhibition, to bring in the people that have been here and that may not have managed to come today for whatever reasons, if we can still reach out to the communities and have a miniature of this exhibition, not necessarily all the workshops, but people that have carried out the workshops, to hold them on regular intervals as a lasting tribute to Swamiji's life.
Vande Mataram Sujala Subhala Malayaj Sheetala Shasya Shyamalam Mataram Vande Mataram Koti Koti Kantha Kala Kala Ninada Karale Koti Koti Bhujairdhita Khara Karavale Abala Ke Namayat Bale Bahubala Dharini Namami Tarini Ripudala Varini